First of all, I need to appreciate myself as I am, not what I have. Generally, a person always appreciates oneself based on what the person has or what the achievement person has got in life. And when I start appreciating, accepting, or let us say respecting myself based on what I have, then I will always put myself in high pedestal and I'll put others unconsciously, unknowingly in lower level. And this is how the whole competition works in our life, nothing else. Yes, sometimes I need to appreciate what I have. Not to show up, not to encourage my way of thinking, but to uplift my way of thinking. Especially when I'm down, I need to look at that what I have achieved, what I have with me, so that I am grateful and I start developing sense of gratitude. Whereas if I start only appreciating based on what I have, also I look at others what they have. And what I have is more than what they have, definitely I am higher. And if I discover what I have is lesser than what they have, I feel low. Then once I feel low, what I do? I have to show up in some way or other. So these are the verses says, look, learning to appreciate oneself, learning to respect oneself as one is. So how? He says, look, Aho aham namomahyam vinaso yasya nasti me iti. So first thing he says, look, that Aho aham mahyam namah karomi iti. So Aho means what? One expression of wonder. Oh, I aham namah karomi. I salute. So I do salutation to whom? Mahyam iti, to myself. I salute myself. And who is that? He says, look, not what I have. Yes, once in a while I pat because I have this, I have that, I have good family, I have good children, I have power, I have position, I have wealth, I belong to good family, whatever, all these things. Not that. He says, Yasya me vinasana asti iti. So here I salute myself that even though when the entire universe is destroyed, still I am not going to be destroyed. I am nitya ityartha. And if I am that sort of person, he says, look, he adds one, Brahmadi stamba paryatam jagatnasa api sati tishtatame. Even if Brahmaji, because Brahmaji is the one who creates, the creator of this universe. Even if creator will come to an end, because they have job. So when the next Srishti will come, so next Brahmaji, that's why we say Brahmaji is a post. They are not permanent, remember. There are so many Brahmas have come and so many Brahmas have gone. We say, in Vishnu Tattva, in Shiva Tattva, all are. So many Brahmas have come, so many Brahmas have gone. So many Vishnus have come, so many Vishnus have gone. So many Shivas have come, so many Shivas have gone. Even though Trinity are supposed to be, but still there is change. So to highlight that, Shakara Rupa is finite. Nirakara is infinite. With form, it is finite. Without form, it is infinite. So he says, Brahmadi stamba paryantam iti. Starting from Brahmaji, the top. Stamba, ordinary pillar. You can say grass also. Truna paryantam. Remember, even if they are destroyed, still I am not going to be destroyed. Na vinasa asti iti. So that means what? Jagat may get destroyed. Jagat nasaha pisati me tishtataha. Even though this entire universe, starting from Brahmaji to this small thing, everything may get destroyed, but in spite of that, I am not going to be destroyed at all. So how is it possible? This is what is understanding. If I hold on to this body-mind complex and I say, hey look, even if Brahmaji destroyed, still I am alive. Will it be possible? That's why when I relate with the body-mind complex, accordingly I need to relate with all the deities and everything. Let me not get into different mode. So here one thing is very clear. That means what? Atma sarva vikaratita iti. So because it is free from all modification, tasme eva namaha, my salutations to that Atma. And interestingly, Jagat comes and goes. But me, the Atma, is Shakshi, is the witness. Suddha, Buddha, Mukta, iti. So how is it possible? He says, look, when I have this anubhava with me. So what is that anubhava? This is called moksha. Moksha is not done a fancy, okay? Don't think Jnanam and moksha is not a fancy, your fancy. Remember this. That time, this anubhava becomes stronger when you understand this what? Naham deva deha na jagat. I am not body-mind complex. I am not this body-mind complex. Hey, this person is different, that person is different, this object is different, that object is different. If that is there, that means what? I don't have jnanam. And when there is no jnanam, where is moksha? Is it just a fancy? So that's why naham deham na jagat. But who is that? Aham avinasi chaitanya ghanati. I am someone never goes through destruction. At the same time, I am awareness itself. So this knowledge more is in me, or I would rather say more abide with myself. What happens is, actually I don't have to declare the world I am an enlightened person or I am a free person. My living itself will give a message. It is like children. Observe parents. If the mother says, no, I am not angry, I am not angry. Come. But child understands whether you are angry or not. So if you are not angry, you don't have to announce. You understand? The child seeing you understands whether the temperature, whether is right or not, okay? They say, what is the temperature of your parents' weather, okay? Internal weather, please. So how that? Same thing, forget about them. Even if animal kingdom, they understand very well you. That's why people nowadays have all these animals, whether it's dog, cat, this, that. For what? Because they feel lonely. So that they want to, have some association. Nothing wrong in it, it's their problem, okay? But at least. So what I'm highlighting here is that who you are is most important than what you have. Then only you can do the namaskaram to yourself. Continuing. Aho aham namo ahyam ekoham dehavanapi kvachit na ganta na ganta vyapya vishwamavastitah. Again he says, oh, aham mahyam namakaromi. I salute to myself. My salutation to me only. And who is that me? Aham ekaha asmi. I am the only one. Even though dehavan api, even though I am holding this body. Can you see this point? This is called understanding. What we highlight always, bhavadveta sada kuryat karyat vehita na karichit. Of course, definitely not guruna saha, okay? So your thinking, duality thinking, can be there or need not be there, it is up to you. But one thing we say, bhavadveta sada karyat, advaita bhavana, non-duality thinking can be in your understanding, not with reference to action. So while having food, no, I am Brahman, food is Brahman. Why Brahman should eat Brahman? Let me not eat. Good. You understand? That will not work. Okay, what is there to work? Swamiji, what is there to attend class? Because after all, Veda, Aveda Bhavati. Finally the teaching has no meaning because teaching has to be dropped. Guru also need not required because if there is a guru, there is duality, that is not understanding. So anyway, guru has to drop. Then why to do it? Good, continue. Wish you all the best. That's why he says, look, aham ekaha asmi dehavan api. Even though I am holding this body, so in spite of having this body, that means what? Still I am alone. I am one because I appear to have a body, but I am not body. Dehavan. I appear to have a body. So that's why here when I say Aham Namo Mahyam, it is the most important aspect. Look, when do you look for respect? And why do you look for respect? You look for respect for your ahankara. Ahankara needs to be acknowledged to be respected. Whenever you say people are not respecting, what do you mean by that? So you mean you have a specific ahankara, not ahankara, ordinary ahankara, a specific ahankara. And that ahankara is not acknowledged, appreciated according to you. Is it clear or not? So all the time you look for appreciation, or sometimes you appreciate yourself, not exactly yourself, but it is your ahankara. Including when you look at your mirror, you try to see the reflection of your face. How do you look at? Do you really look at your face as it is? Or you look at your self-image based on your imaginary self-image? So always you look at imaginary self-image. So if the reflected image matches with your imaginary self-image, then what happens? You are comfortable. I am good today. Fantastic, beautiful. And of course, if it doesn't match, all paintings you do, okay? Can you see this point, how it works? Here he says that when I am doing namaskaram, here these 4 verses, here I am doing ahankara, not ahankara. He says, Atmanah Brahma Swarupasya eva namaskara na ahankarasya. I am not doing namaskaram to ahankara at all. So that's why aham ekaha iti. So when aham ekoham iti, I am advitya without any second. Sarva bhedatita na kaschit mat bhinnaha asti iti. There is nothing exists other than me. Anywhere and everywhere I am there. That's why for me makes no difference what happens. You know, the story goes. Generally, I don't like this Akbar Birbal because all these stories are fabricated later on. Really did not happen. It's like, especially after independence, a lot of stories have been created on this, like great Alexander also same thing. Because not that Alexander was great, they say there was nobody called Alexander. This is another philosophy is coming nowadays. So in Europe, it was being created. Lot of stories, lot of incidents on that. And unfortunately, history cannot be traced. Let me not get into. So okay, this story was, a popular story was this Akbar Birbal. Because in India what happened, especially this, they communicated, all are one and same. So that politicians can survive, can flourish. However, let me not get into. So one day, Birbal, a great witty person, smart, intelligent, and he was talking something and he went against Birbal, as usual. Against Akbar, king. So the king got angry. He said, look, I want to punish you. So then he said, yes, after all you are God. So whatever you want, wish, you can do it. The king got so angry, especially, that king, because for them only one God. So how can I be God parallel to that God? Impossible. In Hinduism, anything and everything is God, no problem. So he could not take it. No, how is it possible? You understand what are you talking? Only one God. How can I be God? He said, yes. You are God. Then this king got more angry. You don't understand what are you talking? I am going to punish you. Yes, I'll tell you, you are not only God, you are greater than God. This king could not take it. It's very serious. Now it was God. Now he said, I am greater than God. So there is something, buttering, there is a way. But this is too much, yaar. What is going on with you? Now I am going to punish you unless you prove that I am greater than God. Then again, Birbal repeated, yes, you are greater than God. I can tell you. I will prove it. Then the king got angry. Look, if you cannot prove that I am greater than God, I am going to throw you away from my kingdom. This is the punishment. Birbal smiled. Already proved. I don't have to. What? Yes, you only proved it. Now how? Simple. God is helpless to throw me out of his kingdom. Why? God is what? All pervasive. Correct? So when God is all pervasive, in that all pervasive, I am there or not? If I stand from that, can it called be as all pervasive? When you say God is limitless, now I am going to be thrown away from the God's kingdom. That means what? God is not limitless. That's why the concept of devil and God doesn't work. The philosophy fails there. How can you say that devil is different from God? It is impossible. If devil is different from God, that means that is not God either. What you call as God, as what? Omnipresent, omniscient. You cannot understand what evil thinks. So now, the moment you said that you are going to throw me away from your kingdom, that means what? Are you not bigger than God? What God cannot do, you are able to do it. That's why I said, you are bigger than God, greater than God. And of course, Birbal had to agree. Akbar had to agree. And okay, take some more gift and keep quiet. So here you can see the same thing, that when I look at myself, Atma Sarvasya Adhisthana Rupena Sarvatra Vidyate. न केवलम व्याप्नोति, not it is everywhere spread, किंतु तदेव स्वरूपम इति. That is what its स्वरूपम. That's why आत्मा न परिवर्तनम न विकार सदा एक रूपेण स्थितः इति. So that means what? Very clearly, this is the anubhava of a wise person. Dehavan iva drishyate apya. I appear to be in this body, mind complex. That's why we say, with reference to like owner and a trustee. So you are entrusted something. In fact, nobody is owner. Are you owner of your house? Generally, yes, you say. But in reality, you are not owner of your house. Long before somebody was there, it is just, has handed over paper to you. And after you pass away, don't worry, somebody will be owner. On paper. But in reality, who is owner? The insects, they are the real owner, okay? And if you have people to supporting staffs to take care of you, they are the real owner. Because once in a while you come, but they enjoy the life, okay? So in reality, you are caretaker. We call as a trustee. You have been entrusted. So this body-mind complex also is entrusted to me. Why I have this body? Why I have this mind? Because I did something good, that's why. If I don't take care of it properly, what will happen? Will I get this sort of body? That's why when people feel sometimes, people feel, okay, I am a man, I am a woman, or sometimes some of you say that Swamiji is very critical of woman, is very proud of being a man. So whenever this sort of comment comes, what does it mean? You are not able to accept yourself. And when you are not able to accept yourself, you are critical of yourself. When you are critical of yourself, you become critical of others. It is just your reflection. In reality, there is nothing critic about it. Whenever and wherever you are critical of something or somebody, really or in reality, you are critical of yourself. It is just your reflection alone. That's why he says very carefully, a jnani has his anubhavam. What sort of anubhavam? This is the understanding. The anubhavam is this, that dehavan eva drushyapi naham deha. Even though I appear to be in this body, I have this body, but in reality, I am not body at all. That's why we say also, even though I am moving, but in reality, I am not moving. Even though I am talking, in reality, I am not talking. That's why we have beautiful examples. Comes in Bhagavatam, this story comes that in a given time, I'm not able to recollect that proper story, that all the people from Gopapura, they crossed the Yamuna river and went to the Rishi. I forgot the Rishi name, that's why I'm recollecting. And gave him some food. And he had all food. Then after food they said, look, we want to go back. Now Yamuna is full. Then Rishi asked, when did you come? How did you come? That time also it is full. No, actually we went to Krishna. And we met him and we want to meet Rishi. So the Lord Krishna said, look, tell Yamuna that Krishna says he is brahmachari all the time. And let this river give the way. So may you give Yamuna, O Yamuna, give the way, because Krishna says this thing. So if is that, give it. Yamuna gave the way. And Rishi went one step ahead. He smiled. Oh, okay. Now you go back and tell Yamuna what you should say. Say that, look, Rishi said, oh Yamuna, he has never taken food. And if he has not taken any food, please give the way. All these gopis were shocked. How is it possible? We just fed you, okay? You ate nicely and you said good. And now you are saying, look, and now you go and tell Yamuna that, look, what? He has never taken food. Is it possible? He said, look, go and tell. If Yamuna doesn't give the path, then I will see. And of course, these people come helplessly and says, look, the Rishi said that he has never taken food. Please give the way. Yamuna gave the way. This is the understanding of this verse. Continuing. Aho aham namo mahyam daksho nasti hamatsamaha asamsprushya sarirena ena vishwam chiram dhrutam should be. He says, look, again, what he says? Aho aham mahyam nama karomi. I salute myself. Iha matsama dakshana asti. Yena maya asprusasya sarirena vishwam chiram dhrutam asti iti. And he says, look, why I salute myself? Because very carefully he uses this word that aham iha matsama daksya na asti iti. Here, none is as capable as I, as me. Wow, what a pride, huh? Here, none is as capable as me. Oh, then how is it possible? Here, remember, who is that I? You are not doing stuti of your ahankara. No ahankara stutihi. So that's why here, please understand, daksha means capable. Your capability always connected to commonly your kartutvam. Sense of doership. But here he says, look, daksha iti sabdah kartutve na prayuyate. Kintu swabhavika samarthe. You are capable. How you are capable? Because you are adhishthanam. Atma sarva adhishthanam. So, sarva adhisthanatvena, you are daksha. Not because of your ahankara. So that's why you cannot compare with anybody. Because when there is two things, there are two things or there is two things, then only you can compare. There is only one thing exists. How can you compare? So that's why Atma dehadhihi na sansprusyate iti. Arthat na deha dharmaha tasmini pravartate. So the Atma is untouched by this body-mind complex. And interestingly, asangaha I am Atma. I am someone, the Purusha asangaha iti. Ena vishwam chiram dhrutam. So that means what? If I look at, by extending my support to this universe, Now entire universe abhavasate prakasate ena vishwam chiram dhrutam iti. That's why what I need to do, I need to look at myself very carefully. And this is what I need to look at. Atma na karta iti, na bhokta. I am someone, not a doer, nor an enjoyer. Still, tathapi, tasya sanidhi matrena, just by its mere presence, all sort of transaction takes place. Sarva vyavahara sambhavati. Remember, in my presence, all transaction takes place, but I am not part of it. Can you see this point? That's the example of Krishna and the Rishi. And not only that, he says, look, it is exactly like example we give. Yatha deepa prakashe sarva kriya bhavanti. Now when the lamp is lit or the light is lit, all sort of transaction takes place. But can light take all credit that because of me all transaction is happening? Definitely not. Even if there is no light, still you close your eyes, you can do sometimes, okay? So how in the presence of light everything happens, but light cannot take the sense of ownership because of me all these things are happening. If I am not there, nothing will happen. So also in my presence everything happens. I am not a karta nor a bhokta. That's why what? I am what? Sarvasya adhishthanam. How light gives the light to have all transaction. I am the sustainer. It's not from ahankara drishtya, but from tattvataha. From the standpoint of truth. And the last one, so that we'll complete. Aho aham namo mahyam. Yasya me nasti kinchana. Atho yasya me sarvam. Yad bang manasa gocharam. Same thing also. My salutation to myself. There is no other than this. Aho aham mahyam mama namah karomi. Yasya me kinchana navasti. Athava yasya me yat bang manasa gocharam asti tat sarvam asti ithi. So that means what? He says, look, I have nothing at all. At the same time, everything is perceived by my mind and speech also is mine. So in short, what it wants to communicate, because time is up, that's why I am trying to. Vyavahara drishtya sarva atmani eva avabhasate. That's why what happened? When everything is atma surupam, so that means what? Everything is mine. At the same time, if you look at paramartha drishtya, na kinchit mama iti. Because I am asanga, I am unattached. So both the standpoint you can look at, but the point is when Vyavahara Drishtya you look at, it is not that because of you everything happens. No. You have to see in my presence everything happens. Everything is as though mine, but nothing is mine. Can you see the difference? Everything is as though mine. In reality, nothing is mine. Om Punnamada Punnamidam Punnat Punnamudachyate Punnasya Punnamadaya Punnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.